Welcome to the American Debunk. In October 2020, just weeks before the presidential election, allegations emerged about a laptop reportedly belonging to Hunter Biden. The New York Post published a story detailing compromising information allegedly found on the device. But the narrative quickly shifted. Prominent media outlets and intelligence officials labeled the laptop story as part of a Russian disinformation campaign, a claim that shaped public perception during a critical moment in the election.
Go ahead.
No, I probably best I don't.
Obviously, we're not going with the New York Post story right now on Hunter Biden.
This is really one of the stupidest October surprises I've ever seen.
It helps to really view this as storytelling, not so much as news coverage, but as political entertainment.
NPR explained, we don't want to waste our time on stories that are not really stories.
Who even thought to make that story up?
It's a story that many intelligence experts say has all the hallmarks of a foreign interference campaign.
It looks like it's tied to Vladimir Putin in Moscow.
This is a Russian intelligence disinformation campaign.
Foreign intelligence operation.
Foreign intelligence operation.
Russian intelligence.
Rudy Giuliani was not fed passively Russian disinformation. He ordered it off the menu.
This is a classic example of the right-wing media machine.
And he's in the midst of a scandal.
He's not.
And he's taking... Of course he is,
no.
Leslie.
We should note Hunter Biden isn't running for president. That argument has been debunked.
There is no evidence that Joe Biden did anything wrong.
For all we know, these emails are made up.
It just lacks credibility.
Okay, I would love if you guys would start doing that digging and start doing that verification.
No, we're not going to do your work for you.
The laptop, once dismissed as Russian misinformation before the 2020 election, has since been verified as authentic and real. Here's a timeline of the events. On October 14, 2020, the New York Post published an article alleging that Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop contained incriminating information. Platforms like Twitter and Facebook moved swiftly to limit the spread of the story, citing concerns over disinformation. On October 19, 2020, a letter signed by 51 former intelligence officials claimed the story had the classic earmarks of a Russian disinformation operation, despite offering no concrete evidence. This letter became a central piece of the narrative and was written just 5 days after the initial New York Post story was published. Then, on October 22, 2020, during the final presidential debate, Joe Biden even cited the intelligence letter to dismiss the laptop story as Russian disinformation.
50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan. They have said that this has all the 5 former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage.
Years later, on May 22, 2024, Special Counsel David Weiss confirmed the laptop's authenticity, stating it contains evidence related to charges against Hunter Biden. Now let's look at how this hoax was created with Hoaxology. The intelligence officials' letter played a key role in creating the hoax. By leveraging their professional reputations, they cast doubt on the laptop story, even while admitting they had no concrete evidence of Russian involvement. Their authority lent undue credibility to the narrative, which was then amplified by major media outlets and political figures. Phrases like, quote, classic earmarks of a Russian disinformation operation were deliberately vague, creating a sense of suspicion without directly asserting the laptop's inauthenticity. This allowed the narrative to gain traction, while shielding those spreading it from accountability for making explicit false claims. And lastly, media outlets like Politico published stories based on the intelligence official's letter, treating its speculative conclusions as fact. Other outlets then cited Politico's reporting, creating an echo chamber where the unverified narrative appeared widely corroborated. This cycle of repetition gave the hoax an illusion of legitimacy and is a technique known as circular reporting. Thanks for watching. For the full breakdown to this hoax and many others, visit AmericanDebunk.com, where we debunk hoaxes and correct false narratives using Hoaxology.